These next three questions revolve more around the fiscal and operational standards that are important for the district to ensure efficacy and effectiveness around. The first one is a focus on external auditing. Forensic accounting must be done by an external agency that is not aligned with parties with conflict of interest connections to appointed board members who also selected the past superintendent. Will you demand an external investigation into financial misconduct?
Is this just a yes or no question? I mean, yes, of course. I would demand some kind of auditing or investigation into any financial misconduct.
Big yes. Yes. We need to understand what decisions are actually being made. Even with the school closures, there hasn't been transparency with how we came to that solution as being the best solution for cost savings. If the homework, if they did their homework, we should be able to see it, but that information has not been transparent. So absolutely, we need to have an audit of our finances and our programs to ensure that we're not shortcutting our programs.
Yeah, so the answer is yes. And I would say that, from a business standpoint, every year we have an audit, and one of the things we build in the audit is internal controls. So it is not just about auditing sort of the financial statements, but it's actually understanding how, right? What is a process within which these things ended up being the financial outcomes that you see. And I do think it is concerning because if you think about the budget's $1.3 billion, but that doesn't flow all the way through the schools themselves, 120 schools or so. And so I think it's really important for us to understand, where does it go? How is it spent? How are decisions made? How do we decide on and select suppliers and vendors, contracts, right? Because those things, from our standpoint in business, we have to source at least 3 vendors, right? It's got to be an objective process you go through. It can't be based on relationships. It can't be based on, whatever they are based on, but it has to be objective. It has to be thoughtful. And so that's just one example of something that's really important in terms of making sure that you have an objective process that you go through, because it is taxpayers' dollars at the end of the day that's supporting this, and we've been very, very thoughtful that we're using that appropriately.